So this is our New Talent Live Chat series number 13, and today we're very happy to have Isabell Karlsson joining us. So Isabell won our 2018, the first New Talent International Youth Music Competition, Virtuoso Prize winner. So it's very nice to catch up with her after 2 years. How are you, Isabell?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's really nice to see you. So how have you been? I heard that you are studying at the Royal College of Music Junior Department. How has it been for this very sort of challenging period of time of coronavirus? What has been the biggest change in your life so far?
I mean, it's been very different to have everything online. So all the lessons and things, and you can't have big ensembles like we usually do at college. Yes, especially the online lessons, like individual lessons, are also quite hard because the computers can't really pick up the sort of finer changes of sound and tone. And there's also lots of competitions and concerts are cancelled. And so, yeah, just trying to find new goals to work towards.
Yes. So yes, a lot of things are coming online, but I guess the silver lining of it all is, I'm personally quite surprised to see how many of you guys have come out on social media and other online channels to come out and showcase your talents and what you are doing. I think it's so encouraging, and you are clearly more confident than sort of, I guess, my generation. When we were your age, I don't think we were that sort of confident on sort of, putting our videos out that much. So I think that's very encouraging to see. Do you find any sort of difference when you perform live or when you have a live rehearsal to when you have a virtual one?
I guess it's very different. There's like differences in the audience, and also especially with ensemble rehearsals, you can't really play more than two people. Well, two people as well, it's quite hard, but you can't really play together properly. You have to record, which I found quite difficult. And there's also connection issues make it quite hard to have live performances.
Yes. And do you, because maybe I guess I was thinking why suddenly, because of this, because no one knew at the beginning what was going to happen. And I think a lot of people were worried that, schools, we might not have enough musicians who want to come be a part of the virtual performances. But actually, young musicians have been very keen to do it. Do you think it maybe could be that because you are, in the comfort of your own home, that gives you sort of more confidence and you feel like, you're behind the camera and you feel maybe safer? Do you think that's the reason?
Yeah, it does feel a bit less nerve-wracking than actually being in front of a big, like, physical audience.
Yes, I guess, because you can't see them all the time. Yes. So how have you been keeping in touch with your peers, your friends from school? Do you do Zoom meetings with them as well?
Yes, Zoom, and also at school and at college there are various ways that we can keep in touch. Like at college we have the Zoom meetings, and at school we have various like Google Meets, and yeah, it's quite easy to keep in touch like with lots of modern technology.
Yeah, it's amazing with things like Zoom that so easy, and also people around the world can just say, let's meet when and when, and then that's it's amazing, and you wonder why we didn't do it sort of more before. Yes, that's definitely a positive out of this time. So do you so now clearly you're working from home, studying from home, so do you find yourself with more sort of free time available to yourself? What are you doing with those time?
I mean, I do save the time I'd spend actually physically going to school. So but I do still have like a very rigid school day and normal amounts of homework. So I do get a bit more rest in the mornings, and I do get a bit more practice time. But apart from that, I don't really have like overwhelming amounts of free time now. I'm still sort of working as hard as I can.
When is school finishing this week?
I think it's in the middle of next week, so Wednesday.
Okay. What do you have planned for after the school finishes?
Just rest.
Yes, great. So,
rest.
Yeah.
Starting new pieces.
Yeah. Yes. So you also play the piano, right? Apart from the violin.
Yes.
Yeah. But violin is your main thing, would you say?
Yes, violin is my main instrument.
Yeah. So what new pieces are you starting?
So, my teacher gave me Tzigane by Ravel and Mozart's G major concerto and Mendelssohn's concerto. So lots to be working on.
I love Tzigane. That's a fantastic piece.
Yes.
Yes, I remember I played it for my final exam at the academy for my undergraduate degree. Yes, it's a great showpiece.
Yeah.
No, fantastic. So and because your sister Inez also took part in our 2018 competition. I still remember her face. So she's clearly been in lockdown with you.
Yeah.
And she plays the cello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you guys been spending some time together doing some duo and playing?
Yes, we had started a duet. So we had started Glier's duet pieces in around January already. So, but we've got a bit more time to sort of rehearse together, and we've now finished that. And we've moved on to Mozart's duet.
Very nice. So we will get to hear Isabell with Inez later on in our chat. They will perform for us live, and we'll get to see Inez as well. So how has it been? I mean, because I'm a single child, and I always thought that, you know, it would be lovely to have a sister or brother. And so I always think that you are very lucky that you have a sister, and also a very musical sister as well. Do you find, do you guys communicate your musical ideas, or do you give each other sort of comments, your opinions?
I think because we're siblings, it's quite easy to give comments on what we think and opinions without feeling too worried about it. So yeah, we comment what we think we should play in a certain part and things like that.
Great. And sort of the ideas are very happily accepted as well. Yeah, no, it's so important because, you know, in chamber music, I'm sure you, at junior college and later on when you grow older, you will play in more chamber groups, and it's the nicest thing to be able to share that music with your friends, and clearly very lucky to be able to share that with your sisters. And it's just so nice when you bounce off ideas with each other, and because I think music is about communication, and everyone would have a different opinion. It's very nice, and it's good practice to start sort of getting your idea across without being critical of anything, because there's no right or wrong a lot of the times. And that's really nice. Yeah. And how about your academic work? Is that sort of all staying normal online?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that, sorry.
Yeah, so how's your academic work going?
So yeah, just all online.
Yeah.
Lots of work, perhaps even more work than usual, because we don't have the sort of discussion that we'd usually have a lot with our teacher.
Right.
But,
yeah. So you are now, how old are you now? 13.
I'm now 14.
14.
Turning 15 in a
15. So you're about to pick your GCSE subjects.
I've picked my GCSEs. I think I'm taking them next time. My GCSEs are next year, the exams.
Oh, very exciting. So do you think, sort of looking forward, do you think music is always going to be a very big part of your studies?
Yes. Yeah. I don't think I'd not do the same amount of music. like still continuing very much.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So could you, because I'm very interested to know, because during the competition I didn't really have the opportunity to properly talk to you guys, especially after the award ceremony. How did you find your experience at the 2018 competition? And how did you feel after winning?
I mean, I really enjoyed the competition because it felt more like a celebration of music, I think, than a competition. And I really liked the way it was sort of set out with like an opening concert and an award like winning ceremony. It felt very sort of celebratory. Like.
Yeah.
And I really liked that it was very international. And it was really enjoyable to play with or to play and hear to people from abroad. I found that very interesting, and yeah, I think mostly it was very it was more friendly and welcoming.
Great. Yeah. No, that's really nice to hear. Yes. No, we try and make it a very encouraging atmosphere for young musicians. So whether, you win the top award or not, we hope that it's a positive experience for everybody. Yeah. And did you were there anybody that you knew before, or did you make any new friends at the competition?
I mean, again, we didn't get to speak many with people we didn't know, but there were some people I'd known before I saw, and some people that have remained familiar faces in various competitions.
Yes. Now, the other day, when we were trying to do it on Instagram, do you remember some audiences popped up, and they were, the candidates from 2018, and they said they remember Isabell, but sadly we couldn't do it that day because of connection issues. Yeah, no, I think it's really nice, and also I'm sure at school you would have your friends who you do music with, and also at junior college. Yeah. And also when you take part in competitions like ours, you meet sort of like-minded people your age, and it's really nice because you will find that as time goes on, these people will be part of your life, and the more you get into it, they'll probably be bigger parts of your life, and it's really nice because you can then support each other, help each other, yeah, and make music together, and that's the most beautiful thing. Yes, no, that's really nice. I'm glad that you had a positive experience at the competition. Are you ready, Andy and Ines, to perform your duet? Yeah, where is Ines? I'm looking forward to seeing her. Hi. Hi, Ines, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Fantastic, and it's so nice to see you, Ines, after 2 years now. I hope you're well.
Yeah.
Great. So, would you like to announce what you're performing?
We're going to be playing Intermezzo from Glier's 8 pieces for violin and cello.
Great, thank you. Right, so you might want to adjust the camera so that we can see, especially. So how long have you guys been working on this piece? Is it from January that you started playing it?
This is a new movement, so we've played it for around a month.
Okay. Great. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. No, it's so beautiful to see you guys playing together and communicating with each other. So nice. I hope you keep on working on your duet. So beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Ines. Fab. And Isabell, you've got a solo piece for us as well, right? What is it?
It's Gebet by Handel, but arranged by Flesch.
Right. Would you like to have a little break, or do you want to? Yeah. Great, thank you so much. Isabel, how long have you worked on this piece?
Or 2 months, around 1 to 2 months.
Great, yes. Yes, so when we share the videos, I will put down the titles of the piece so for the audience to see. It's great. So how long are you roughly, how many hours are you doing on your violin practice every day?
I mean, I'd like to practice when I have time around 4 hours, but when I go to school, well, these days around 3 hours to 4 hours, and usually when I'm physically going to school, around 2 hours, I manage to practice.
Yeah, but the sort of number of hours is important, but probably the efficiency is also very important. Yeah. Do you find sometimes, I mean, me personally find if you give me too much time, let's say if you say, Amy, you have all day today to practice, my practice tend to be not very efficient. Whereas if I think, you know, now I have 30 minutes, I want to do this, then it's more efficient. How do you do your practice? How do you sort of split things up?
I mean, I try to split them up into 45-minute slots. So then like throughout the day, because if I do for too long, I can't really concentrate and the practice is a bit less efficient.
Yeah, yes, no, I agree. That's very smart, because I think we can only concentrate and keep focused for however long. And then after that, if you are finding that you are thinking about other things and can't focus, it's probably just best to have a rest and do something else and come back to it later. Yeah, that's very smart. And so one last question, Isabel. So as you know, this year, because everything's going online, so same happens to our competition. We're asking candidates to send in their performance videos. Do you have, because as you mentioned, recording something is always a challenge in itself. The way you do it and how many times you do it. And, you know, so how do you, if you were to do it, what would your plan be? What's your advice for the candidates?
I mean, I'd say my most important advice, I guess, is just to relax, because it's a different kind of stress to being in competitions. You're still sort of in the comfort of your home, but there's also sort of quite difficult to record as well. And I think the best recordings come when you just relax and immerse yourself in the music. And as long as you have one good recording, I found that if you have a really good recording and you can relax, then the better you play and the better recordings you produce.
Yes, good. That's very good advice. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions for me?
I did have a question, because before we sort of talked about going into a career in music, and I was just sort of wondering, like, when did you know you wanted to pursue music and how did you prepare?
When did I know? I guess the sort of deciding moment came when you apply for universities. And so I was at a sort of a normal school, not a music school. And then I was thinking about going to a normal university. But then 2 years before the time I applied for university, I was part of the National Youth Orchestra. I think that had an impact on me, because then I really got to sort of be with people who are so talented and who we all loved music. And it was just such great energy when you are together making music. And there were so many people with amazing talent and who work so hard at the same time. And that's very inspirational. And I think that a lot of the decision came from that sort of encouragement, that I wanted to be around people like that. I liked that sort of inspiration around me all the time. So I think that pushed me to choose a conservatory instead of university. I think, how do you prepare for it? I don't think I thought about preparing for it. I mean, clearly we all know that we need to practice, right? That's I guess, if you are ever considering, maybe I can do this as a career, then make sure you always do your practice. That's the sort of the most basic. And then I guess I learned a lot in my first 2 years of conservatory, because at school, a lot of things were done for you. You know, concert opportunities, competitions, etc., etc. There are always the teachers. I mean, I had a very good, supportive music department as well. So thanks to them, they did a lot for me. But at college, you were really, I mean, I was really on my own. I mean, everybody was really on their own. So you have to go out and grab opportunities yourself. And then so very quickly, I learned that that's the case, and I need to be much more proactive. And just really enjoy yourself. Cherish every moment, because I think we're very lucky as musicians that we get to perform all these, I would say, the essence of human wisdom and culture. And then we get to put our own mark on it. And I think that's very special. I think we are probably one of the very few professions who get to do that. So it's a great honor, but you've got to work very hard. Yeah. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah, I am considering. I'm thinking about maybe applying for a conservatoire later.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So, I mean, if you have any sort of other questions, more specific ones, that you sort of face along the way, just get in touch with me anytime.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so happy because, you know, now during these live chats, I've discovered so many of the past candidates are thinking or have decided already to go into music conservatory. It's so nice. I think there's nothing better than following your passion and doing what you love. And, you know, that's what makes us very happy people. So I'm very happy to hear that, Isabell. So as I said, if there's anything we can help or I can help, you have my contact details.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. So, well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much, Ines. Do you want to come and say bye?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for your performance. It's great. I hope you guys enjoy your musical time together. It's so beautiful. And if any question, let me know. I hope you guys stay well and safe and positive. Yeah, great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.